Welcome to the Livin' and Flow channel. I'm Taylor Ray. Today's practice is called Flow into Yoga Nidra. And the first half of our practice, we're gonna move, we're gonna breathe a lot, we'll build some heat, build some fire, and then the second half is gonna be completely rested and restorative in a guided meditation, guided Yoga Nidra. So what we're gonna need for our practice is an eye cover, so you can cover your eyes for the Yoga Nidra section. You'll need either a blanket, a pillow, or a yoga bolster to support your knees with in the ends. And if you like to use yoga blocks during your practice, go ahead and grab those. So let's go ahead and get started.
So many places left to go, so many ways that I could roam, but right here, right now is all I know. We're just feeding my soul and live on and flow away.
Okay, so let's start our practice in a child's pose. Bring your knees out about as wide as your yoga mat, big toes touch behind. Start to crawl your hands all the way out, stretch your arms out straight ahead as you rest your forehead down to the ground. You can always take a block or even stack your hands to rest your forehead on here if that feels a little more comfortable. So starting out child's pose by this little gentle sway with your hips side to side. So rock your hips right and left. And come into stillness. Let your hips sink back. So take this first few breaths to really arrive into your body, onto your mat. Begin with a really slow inhale through your nose. Draw the breath in. And a big sigh out the mouth. Let's take that one more time. Nice deep breath through your nose. Big sigh, let it go. As you spend a few more breaths right here, take a moment to observe how you're feeling right now, creating a sense of connection and awareness to your body, to your mind. And ask yourself, what do I need right now from my practice? And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, I invite you to do so. And see if you can soften in your shoulders and your jaw just a little more. Take one last deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Stay in this child's pose shape and start to crawl your fingertips all the way off the mat to the right side. Come high up onto your fingertips, lift the elbows off the ground. Forehead continues to connect down to the ground if that's okay on your neck. And if it feels good, begin to shift your hips more to the left side and then crawl the left arm over to the right side just a bit more, creating length through the left side body. Inhale, crawl your hands through center. We'll start to switch sides. All the way over to the left side. Come onto your fingertips. Elbows are lifted, forehead can tap down, and then continue to guide and shift your hips to the right side. Right hand reaches more to the left. Take one more breath. And slowly crawl back to center. Begin to shift forward now, tabletop pose. Hands and knees. So you'll bring the tops of your feet down and actively press and firm the ankles down into the ground. Fingertips face forward. Right here, start to shift your hips side to side. And now we'll start to make some circles with the upper body and the hips. You can circle in either direction here. And try to keep the arms straight so you'll feel some weight shifting into the wrists as you come forward. We're warming up the wrists. And then switch the direction. Come back to center here. As you inhale, let your belly drop. Guide your heart space forward and up. Gaze forward. Exhale, press the floor away from you. Round the upper back, tuck your chin. Again, just like that. Inhale takes you forward. Exhale as you round. One more time. Inhale forward. And exhale rounds. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Take the top of your left hand down. The fingertips point towards the right hand. Top of the left hand down, fingertips towards the right. Try to keep the left elbow and arm straight, and then curl your fingertips, your left fingertips in towards the wrist, and then gently open. Good, one more time. Inhale, curl the fingers. Exhale. Release, and we'll switch. So now the right hand, top of the right hand down, fingertips towards the left hand. Try to straighten through the right arm. Inhale, curl the fingertips in. Exhale, release. Good, one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release, sit all the way back onto the heels, tops of the feet are down. And start to circle the wrists out. So we just did a little work here on the wrists. Circle them out. All directions. And sit up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep your arms high up overhead. Exhale, start to crawl your right hand over to the right side. Left arm sweeps towards the right side. So the top pinky spins down. And then inhale, slowly come through center. Sweep your arms through the center and switch to the left side. Left hand down, right arm sweeps overhead. So again, just like that, slow through center and switch. Right hand, right side, left arm high. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. So we find this slow, fluid movement side to side. Keep it going now. Take it a couple more times. Follow your breath. Good, last round. Last one. And then rise to center, sweep both arms as you inhale. Exhale, find a bind behind. So interlacing your hands, or you can take a towel or a strap in between if you have tight shoulders. Pull your fist down, lift your heart space, take an inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your back, fold forward, forehead taps down. One more time, inhale as you rise, lift your heart. Exhale, round, fold down. Inhale, rise, sweep your arms, release your binds. Exhale, release your hands back down, tabletop, spread your fingers even, tuck your toes under, hips high to the sky for downward facing dog. So the feet are hips width distance, heels slightly turn out, so the inner thighs spiral back. Continue to press down through all knuckles, fingertips. And find a slow pedaling out the feet side to side. Lift one heel and switch. Begin to guide both heels down. If you feel a lot of tightness, tension in the legs, you can always bend into your knees here. So from here, from our downward facing dog, inhale, lift both heels real high. Keep the heels lifted. Exhale, bend your knees and hover your knees right above the ground for bear pose. So bear pose, your chest continues to press back towards your thighs, head heavy. Inhale, slowly shift forward into a high plank. Option, the knees can be down. Lift the belly in and up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Tops of the feet press down. Keep the tops of the feet down. Inhale, rise into a low cobra. Now lift the palms 1 inch above the ground. Squeeze the shoulders. And then exhale, lower your palms, tap your forehead. One more time. Inhale, rise, low cobra. Palms lift, squeeze shoulders. Exhale, lower down, palms flat, tap the forehead. Keep your palms grounded down. Inhale, rise, high cobra. Squeeze the shoulders on the back. Tuck your toes under, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Pause right here. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. From here, lift both heels high, gaze forward between your hands, and take slow tiptoe steps to the top of your mat. Let's keep our feet hips width distance. You can measure with 2 fists in between. Bend your knees nice and deep here. Let your upper body drape over the thighs. And then sway your head side to side. Inhale, lift halfway up, long spine. Exhale as you fold. Pause here. Take your hands, interlace your hands at the base of the skull. The elbows come out wide. And give a little tug, a little traction to the head and neck. Take one more breath. Exhale, release your hands. Bend into your knees as you roll yourself all the way up to stand. Rise and find mountain pose, Tadasana. So arms down by your sides, palms face forward. Soft shoulders. Go ahead and lift all toes up off the ground. So when you lift all toes up off the ground, feel this energy draw up the legs and continue to rise up through the crown of your head. So you're in one long line of energy. Now keep that action and gently rest the toes back down. Keep them light. Stay right here. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out the mouth. You can keep your feet hips width distance or guide your big toes into touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, upward salute. Exhale, hands pass through heart, bend into the knees, forward folds. Keep your knees bent. Inhale, sweep forward and up in the arms, fierce pose. Sink your hips back like you're sitting back into a chair. Now, if your legs are together, squeeze your inner thighs together and lift your toes. Take an inhale first. Exhale, lean the upper body forward, sweep your arms back behind, palms face down. One more time, inhale, reach and rise. Stay bent in the legs. Exhale, lean forward, sweep both arms back behind, squeeze your shoulders, energy through the arms, fingertips. Sink a little deeper, take one more inhale. Exhale, release, straight legs fold. Inhale, lift halfway up, long spine, fingertips are down or hands to shins. Gaze straight down, neck is long. Exhale, plant your hands down, step right back into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees deep, bear pose, chest to thighs. Inhale, slow, roll forward, high plank, option, knees down. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Tops of the feet are down, palms lift. Inhale, rise, low cobra. Exhale, hands down, tap the forehead. One more time like that. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Keep your palms flat. Inhale, high cobra lift. Tuck your toes under, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Pause here, 2 breaths. Head heavy. One more breath. Inhale, lift your heels high. Bend your knees deep. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees now. Keep your knees bent. Inhale, sink your hips, sit low, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, lean the upper body forward, sweep your arms back, airplane arms. One more time, inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, lean forward, sweep your arms back and pause. So sink your hips lower, connect your belly to your thighs. Options, hands to heart, or extend both arms out straight ahead, palms face each other. And then you can hold right here or play with your balance for a few breaths as you squeeze your inner ankles together and lift your heels high, gazes straight down, one spot. 2 breaths. One more. Exhale, release, straight leg folds. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step right back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees deep, bear pose, last one. Inhale, roll forward, high plank, knees up or down. Exhale, lower to the belly. Tops of the feet press. Inhale as you rise, low cobra, float and hover the palms, squeeze the upper body. Exhale, lower and tap down. One more time like that. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower, tap down, and now we pause. So stack your hands, rest your forehead to your hands. Find a gentle sway with the hips side to side. Pause here, slow the breath. We have 2 more breaths here before we continue to move, continue to flow, and build heat. Hands come flat under the shoulders. Elbows tight to the body. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, rise, high cobra. Tuck your toes under, hips lift, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Step the right foot through between the hands and lower your back knee down. Inhale as you rise, reach your arms. So keep your back toes tucked under. Back toes stay tucked. As you inhale, lift up through the upper body, gaze can lift towards the sky. And then exhale, one fluid motion, straighten through the front leg for half splits, lift the front toes. Slow inhale takes you forward, reach and rise, bend into the front leg. Exhale, straight front leg, half splits, folds. One more time with the breath. Inhale, forward sweep. Exhale, straight fold, and now pause. So what we want here in our half splits is the hips stacked over that back knee. Front leg is straight, toes are up. Start to sway the front foot side to side. So you start to feel different spots in that right leg open up. Now come back to center, hold here. Inhale, lift halfway up in the upper body. Exhale, fold down. Slowly bend into the front knee. Lift the back knee up. Now check that your feet are as wide as your hips and that you're not on one line. Pull energy into the back thigh. Reach your arms forward and up as you rise high for crescent warrior. If you feel unstable, you feel wobbly here, bump your right foot slightly more to the right. Keep lifting the back thigh up. Gaze at one spot with the breath. Inhale, rise, straighten the front leg. Exhale, as you bend, pull your hands down to heart. One more time like that. Inhale, rise, straight legs, sweep your arms. Exhale, bend, hands to heart. Inhale, reach your arms only, keep the front leg bent. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Step right back to downward facing dog. Pause right here, take a deep breath in. Big sigh, let it go. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot through between the hands and lower your back knee down. Inhale brings you up. Sweep your arms. Keep your back toes tucked under. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, straight front leg. Shift the hips back. Crawl your hands back. Half splits. So fluid movements here. Inhale, bend back forward. Sweep your arms. Exhale, half split. Shift it back, folds. One more time. Inhale, forward rise. And exhale, straighten, folds. So again, we want our hips stacked over that back knee. Lift the front toes up. You can always micro bend your knee here, which I'm doing because I have tight hamstrings. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Now start to find this sway in the front foot, side to side. Feel all spaces in that leg begin to open. And gently start to bend back into the front knee. Lift the back knee up. Find energy in the back thigh before you rise. Make sure you're not on a tightrope. Reach your arms forward and up for crescent warrior. So again, if you feel wobbly, just simply bump your left foot slightly to the left. Steady gaze, strong core. Inhale, straighten through the front leg. Exhale, as you bend, pull your hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale as you bend. Stay bent in the front leg. Inhale, sweep both arms. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step right back to downward facing dog. If you'd like to flow through a vinyasa, you're invited to. Pause right here, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Slowly drop down to your knees. Tops of the feet are down. Sit back up onto your heels. And simply sit up nice and tall here. We pause before we continue to flow. So hands to thighs, palms face up. Palms face up is a sign of receiving. Receiving the benefits from your practice. Receiving your intention that you set for yourself. Pause here for 2 more breaths. Take 1 deep breath in. Big sigh, let it go. Open your eyes, find your way back to downward facing dog. And we're going to start to create a bit more of a flow now. So from your downward facing dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Slow step through, and you're basically going to replace your right hand with your right foot. Setting up for warrior 1, spin the back heel flat to a 45-degree angle. Press through the outer back edge of the foot. Inhale brings you up for warrior 1. So the hips square forward, upper body squares forward. Energy pressing through that back foot. Bend a little bit deeper. So our first round, we'll hold the postures a little bit longer, and then the second round, we're going to flow through it. So sink a little bit deeper, take an inhale. Exhale, lean your upper body forward, sweep your arms back behind, airplane arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back, energy through the fingertips. Inhale, slowly start to rise, straighten into the front leg, reach your arms high up overhead. Now, we transition the feet completely to face the back of your mat for warrior 2. So warrior 2, the left toes point straight ahead and your back heel is grounded down. Now you're on one line of energy, front heel to back heel, line up. Sink a little bit deeper now into your warrior 2. Spread the arms out wide, lengthen through the arms. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior, stay bent in your front leg. Exhale, straighten through your front leg. Now triangle pose. Hand to shin, top arm stacks, top hand stacks over the top shoulder. Upper body rolls back, front ribs, right here, front ribs, pull in towards each other. Really nice. Take 1 more breath. Bend into the front knee, reach up and back, reverse warrior, 1 breath. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat. 2 options, you can step right to down dog, that's what I'm doing, or move through a vinyasa of your choice. Meet right back in downward facing dog. So we'll take that on the second side. Inhale, lift your left leg. Step your left foot through, replace your left hand. Back heel spins flat, 45 degrees. Create your base first, and then inhale, rise for warrior 1. Continue to press the outer edge of your back foot down, firm it down. Draw your outer left hip back, wrap your right hip forward. We have a couple breaths. We're holding this first one. Strong core, strong breath. Sink a little deeper. Let's take a deep breath in together. Exhale, lean your upper body forward, sweep your arms behind, airplane arms. Gaze is right down in front of the left toes. Inhale, rise, straighten through your front leg, reach your arms high. Now we shift our feet to face the front of the mat for warrior 2. Heel to heel alignment, arms spread wide. Front knee stacks over the ankle. Bend a little deeper, take 2 more breaths. Take one more. Inhale, sweep up and back, reverse warrior. Stay bent in your front leg. Exhale, straight front leg. Pull your hips back behind you. Reach forward, right hand to right shin, triangle pose. So again, one long line of energy from the top fingers down to the bottom hands. Take 2 deep breaths, strong core. Micro bend that front knee. Take one more breath. Now bend into your front knee, sweep up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back through a vinyasa or right to downward facing dog. Pause here in downward facing dog. Let's hold here for a couple of breaths. So we're going to do the same exact flow now, 1 breath per movement, moving nice and fluid without rushing through the movements. All together, inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step your foot forward, set your base up for warrior 1. Inhale, rise all the way up, warrior 1. Exhale, lean forward, sweep your arms back, strong core. Inhale, rise all the way up through center. Transition your feet to face the back of your mat for warrior 2. Reach your arms out wide. Stay bent in the front knee. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, straight front leg, reach forward, triangle pose, hand to shin, straight legs. Bend into your front knee, reverse warrior, 1 breath, rise. Exhale, windmill your hands down, vinyasa or right to downward facing dog. Really good. Second side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your foot forward, back heel grounds. Warrior 1, inhale brings you up. Control your movements. Exhale, lean forward, sweep your arms behind. Inhale, rise through center, take it slow, transition your feet to face the front for warrior 2. Stay bent in the front leg, reverse warrior, inhale, sweep high. Exhale, straight leg, pull your hips back, triangle pose, hand to shin. Bend into the front leg, reverse warrior, inhale. And exhale, windmill your hands down, downward dog, or your last vinyasa. And now all together, lower your knees, press back, child's pose. Forehead down. Use this time to slow your breath down. Noticing the heat that you've built within the body. Opening up through all spaces of the body. Pause right here, take a deep breath in. Big sigh. So now we'll start to cool things down. We're going to get into the hips and then some seated postures. So press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Bring your right knee, line your right knee up behind your right wrist as you lower the shin down. So begin to inch your back leg back. Keep the back toes tucked to start. So we're going into pigeon pose. Now release the back foot down, top of the back foot. Sit up tall, try to square your hips off, look back, check that your leg and your foot is nice and straight. So sit up nice and tall, take an inhale here, lift up through your heart. And then exhale, start to crawl your hands forward for pigeon pose. If you have a block, you can always place a block underneath your forehead. That's what I'll be doing. Helps to give a little more space here in the upper body. So breathing into any sensations of the hips that you're experiencing, any tightness, any tension. You might feel your hips tightening up or gripping. So this is a space that we want to breathe. Use your breath to help soften. And let's take a nice easy breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. We have 2 more breaths right here. Take your time as you start to rise and shift yourself up. Tuck the back toes under. Press back into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Bend, straighten, shake it out, release it out. Lower the right foot down. We'll switch. Inhale, left leg high. And then bring the left knee directly behind the left wrist. Lower the shin down. Keep your right toes tucked and inch the back leg back. Now, square your hips off, release the top of the back foot, sit up tall, take an inhale, lift up through the upper body. As you exhale, start to fold forward. Again, you can stack your hands here or use a block or a bolster or blanket for the forehead. So keep your hips nice and square. Softening with your breath. There's a really gentle guidance of your hips back and the heart space forward. So you almost imagine that you're spreading your upper body and your lower body, spreading them in opposite directions. And stay where you are. Try to relax your jaw and your shoulders. And take a deep breath through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. And if you hear any snoring, that's my dog nearby in her bed, sleeping and snoring very loudly right now. So take your time as you start to rise. You can either shift back into your final downward dog and release the left side out, or shift your hips to the left side and gently swing your right leg around to the front. Find a seated position. And we'll meet down in a seated position here. So let's find 2 straight legs. And as you see what I'm doing right here is I'm picking up the fleshy part of my butt, sliding it out from underneath. So now I'm on the sit bones. Knees slightly bent. If you have tightness or tension in the low back, use a blanket. Sit on a blanket to prop your hips up higher. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, lean your upper body forward as you reach forward and down. Hands can go to ankles, shins, or the feet. Continue to guide the toes towards the face, inner thighs hug in. Inhale, lift halfway, pull your heart space forward. Exhale as you fold heavy. One more time like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And slowly start to roll yourself out. And from here, keep your legs straight. Glue your legs together. Toes lift up towards your face. Extend your arms out straight ahead. So now we're going to use our strong core. Continue to engage through your legs. Press your legs down as you round your upper back, chin to chest, and roll all the way down without lifting your legs. Once you're down, take a big stretch. Reach your arms high above overhead. I'm going to scoot down a little. All right, so big stretch here. And now from here, hug both knees into your chest. Rock it out a couple times, side to side. So 2 options. You can find happy baby. Soles of the feet towards the sky, knees down towards the armpits. You can hold the outer ankles or outer edges of your feet. Or you can keep the feet in the air and just like as I'm doing, guide the soles of the feet together. Interlace your hands around the feet or hold the ankles so the knees are wide. Wherever you are, pause, hold, breathe. Soft shoulders. And take one gentle breath in. And exhale, let it go. Release both feet down flat. We'll find a gentle twist. Arms extend out wide, hands line up to shoulders. Pick your hips up and shift your hips up over to the right side slightly. And now drop your knees over to the left side. So you can use your left hand to help guide your knees over if that feels good. If you have a blanket, sometimes it feels nice to support the knees with a blanket. And continue to ground both shoulders down. Pause here, we'll hold for 3 breaths. And slowly start to rise. Feet down flat. If you have your blanket, you can slide your blanket to the opposite side. Extend your arms out wide. Pick your hips up. Shift your hips over to the left. And then release your knees over to the right. You can take your right hand, rest your right hand to your knees to help guide them down. And try to shimmy that left shoulder down if it's not already there. Soft breath. One more. Slowly start to rise back through center. Find your pillow or your blanket or your bolster, and now slide your prop underneath your legs to support your knees. Find your eye cover. So we're gonna start to set our bodies up for our guided yoga nidra meditation practice now. So just think of it like a really long, yummy shavasana, where all you have to do is lay. Take your eye cover, gently cover your eyes. So your physical body, bring your feet out about as wide as your mat. Let your feet relax open, maybe shake your feet a couple times. And now let your feet relax. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. And one time, open your mouth really, really wide, stretch your jaw. And then release. And let's take one more deep breath in through the nose. Fill your body up with breath and hold it in at the top. Big sigh out the mouth. And now we will begin our guided Yoga Nidra practice. Relax your shoulders. Soften your jaw. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And a soft sigh out. Again, inhale deeply, fill your body up with breath, pause at the top, and release with a sigh. Allow your body to relax into stillness as you feel yourself settle. Become an observer of your breath now. Notice the natural flow of breath moving in and breath moving out. Inhale, your body expands. Exhale, your body softens. Inhale, body expands. Exhale, body softens. Allow my words to wash over you in this practice. There is no right or wrong, no good or bad. You have nothing to do but to simply be, to rest. Follow the sound of my voice and allow my voice to become your voice. Welcoming your experience to be perfect, exactly as it is. Now, take a moment to set your sankalpa, your intention. Ask yourself, what do I desire in my life right now? What is my intention? If nothing is rising to the surface right now, embrace the sweetness of not knowing and allow yourself to be present with no agenda. Noticing any sounds around you. become aware of the sounds further away, outside of your space. And sounds closer to your space. Inside of your space. Listening to the sound of your breath. Observe the touch of your clothes against your skin. The temperature of air against your skin. The coolness of your breath as you inhale. And the warmth of your breath as you exhale. And begin to deepen and lengthen your breath without strain. As we begin to count the breath backwards from 8 to 0, counting in this way. Inhale 8, exhale 8, inhale 7, exhale 7. As you continue at your own pace until you reach 0, each exhale breath dropping you down deeper into relaxation. And now, let go of any control you have over your breath. Allow your breath to flow freely and organically throughout your entire body. We'll begin to move awareness throughout the entire body. Without attaching to any specific part, simply observe sensation as we move throughout the entire body. Crown of your head. The space between your eyebrows. The tongue and mouth. Middle of the throat. Right shoulder. Right elbow. Right wrist. The whole right hand. Right wrist. Right elbow. Right shoulder. Your entire right arm. Middle of the throat. Left shoulder. Left elbow. Left wrist. The whole left hand. Left wrist. Left elbow. Left shoulder. Your entire left arm. Middle of the chest. Upper abdomen. Lower abdomen. Right hip. Right knee. Right ankle. The whole right foot. Right ankle. Right knee. Right hip. Your whole right leg. Lower abdomen. Left hip. Left knee. Left ankle. The whole left foot. Left ankle. Left knee. Left hip. Your whole left leg. Lower abdomen. Upper abdomen. Middle of the chest. Middle of the throat. Tongue and mouth. The space between your eyebrows. crown of the head. Your entire body. Feel your entire body. Whole body sensation. And now, as I name each body part, invite your awareness to move to that space, followed by a feeling of heaviness. Imagine your body so heavy, dropping down like an anchor sinking to the bottom of the ocean. So heavy, every space in your body melting down into the floor below. Both feet, heavy like an anchor. Calves and knees dropping down. Thighs and hips like sandbags weighing you down. Abdomen, chest, and back. Gravity pulling you down. Shoulders, arms, and palms glued to the floor by their weight. Your entire head, heavy like a giant boulder. Feel your whole body overcome by heaviness, sinking you deeper and deeper into the earth below you. Allow yourself to drop into the deepest space of relaxation right now. Feel a sense of freedom, both physically and mentally. Free from all effort. Begin to bring awareness back into your physical body. Feel your breath flowing in and out of your nose. Feel your belly rise and fall with every breath. Notice the heaviness of your body as it rests on the floor. And guide your awareness into all the points that are touching the floor. Your entire back body softly resting against the floor. And take a gentle breath in and a gentle sigh out. As you begin to invite soft and slow movements back into your body by gently grazing each fingertip with your thumb pad one by one. And when you feel ready, you can guide movement into other parts of your body. And take one last moment of your practice to observe how you're feeling right now after your practice, and acknowledge yourself for taking this time to rest and to connect. Thank you so much for practicing Flow into Yoga Nidra with me today. If you enjoyed this Yoga Nidra practice, I'm excited to share with you my new Yoga Nidra bundle, which includes 4 guided audio sessions, one for sleep, anxiety, manifesting, and whole body awareness. So scroll down below to check out more info.